Did Google just show us what the gaming future will look like? Are we moving beyond the need of buying a $400 or $500 console? Will we never need to download and install a game or wait for load screens? While all of these seem like the best case scenario, I do have to say there's still a lot of questions that surround what Google just showed the world. But I'm here to inform you guys on what Google announced and also what other executives from other platforms say about Stadia. One of which is head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, who doesn't seem very worried with the prospect of competing with Google in the gaming market. But first, if you liked the video, please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Support is greatly appreciated. But enough with all of that. Let's get into the gritty details of this giant gaming news. First up is Stadia, which is the new streaming gaming platform that Google is providing all gamers. This is Google's huge leap of faith into the gaming world. The GDC keynote gave the world a first-hand look at the streaming platform Google has been working on for years. Now, like all keynotes, the showing didn't go into huge detail on what exactly is required to use this service, but it didn't have any shortage of innovation and scale. Google said we will be able to stream games at 1080-60, and at launch you will be able to stream games at 4K 60 frames per second, which is a huge promise. They even talked about going to 8K resolutions, but that won't happen until 8K is far more popular in the household. While the 4K 60 announcement turned some heads, people still wondered what type of internet connection will you need to reach those types of numbers. Well, apparently after some PR people at the event talked to some media types, you will need about 30 megabits per second to achieve 4K 60. The rumor was about 25 megabits per second for 1080p 60, but that seems to have been lowered after their alpha test they did late last year. These are just numbers floating around, so take them with a grain of salt. I was getting them through media types, so we don't know. Things could change, especially since Google said they're going to launch this later in the year. But the plan for Stadia is for gamers to stream games on anything and anywhere. That's a very ambitious idea for Google to promise, considering it hasn't been executed properly yet. But that didn't stop Google from showing a guy playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey on a cheap PC, as they put it, then moved it to a Pixel 3 phone, and then a tablet, and then they moved to a big TV that was waiting. All this is possible because of the cloud. It gives the player the freedom to transfer their progress to any device they want. One of the minor details people didn't notice was that the Google Stadia controller isn't just a controller you buy. It also enhances the connection to the Stadia cloud, with the controller connecting directly to the cloud via Wi-Fi. This controller allows users to transfer from device to device and not miss a beat in their gaming. It will also have features for sharing content and easy access to the Google Assistant. But let's say you don't like this controller. That's okay, because you'll be able to use the Xbox controller or the PS4 controller. The choice is all yours. And that's what's great about this, is that they're not forcing you to go somewhere that you don't want to go or play with something you don't want to play. Play with whatever controller you want, but if you choose the Google controller, hey, there's some benefits to having it. It's just a little one, but it's there. And on that note of sharing content, it seems that Google does understand the massive gaming community that surrounds YouTube. Yes, I'm talking about us, the people that love talking and watching games with others. Stadia will be connected to YouTube, and like I said, the Google Assistant also. Players will be able to launch a game straight from YouTube itself. Let's say you're watching a trailer of a cool game you're interested in, and you feel like playing it. Well, with just one click and maybe 5 seconds of waiting, you'll be right in the game ready to play. And as for content creators like myself, you will be able to share in-game goals and accomplishments with the community you build. An example would be, let's say I have this awesome epic fight in a game I play. I could share that with everyone else that's on my channel, and they could pick up where I was and experience the same cool fight I just did. That's pretty awesome if you ask me, because I really enjoy playing games with others, and lately I've been Twitch streaming and have enjoyed sharing a lot of my experiences with others. So I'm on board with this type of innovation that this state share, as they call it, can bring to the community. Not to mention, they said that everything you play will be cross-play and cross-progression, which is music to every gamer's ears, especially with the drama surrounding this. Sony has been dragging their feet with cross-play and cross-progression, and to some extent, Microsoft has too, but lately they've turned a corner with it and have been far more open to it. Maybe it's because of Google, or maybe because it's just time to give players a choice of where they want to play, how they want to play, and taking their saves with them, and playing with friends that might be on other devices. To me, it means nothing but greatness for gamers. But speaking about the games, that's the next topic at hand. While the demo was pretty impressive, Google still didn't talk a lot about the actual games that will be on the service, which I can't blame them for, because a lot of the streaming options are very new to gamers. So they had to explain it so everyone could understand. Yet the games do seem to be coming. The first game to be played on the service is obviously Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but there is also Doom Eternal that was announced for it. Doom will be available on the cloud service when the game launches, and it will be there in 4K 60. Google also started a new gaming studio called Stadia Games and Entertainment, which will be headed by former EA and Ubisoft executive Jade Raymond, a very talented person in the gaming community. And this studio won't only make first-party games for Google, they will also help third-party developers create games for the Stadia platform. Because while first-party games are extremely important to a platform's success, having third-party support could be even more important. So having an entire studio dedicated to making first-party games is great, but also having them help third-party developers is an even smarter move in my opinion. But let's get into the power narrative. It seems that Stadia will be a 10.7 teraflop powered cloud service machine, and they showed that comparing the Xbox One X at 6 teraflops and the PS4 Pro at 4.2. They took a little jab at the companies, which is cool because competition is great. But the 10.7 teraflops might even be more powerful than what we've seen in leaked than the PS5. But we know it won't be more powerful than the Xbox Anaconda. I don't want to go into too much detail about this because we don't know the exact specs of the next generation of consoles, but we still need to take this into account and understand how powerful the cloud can be by 2019. 10.7 teraflops isn't anything to be shy about. It's a pretty good number, and honestly, the power is showing with the way that the games are going to be displayed in 4K 60. Now, I know that's a lot of information, but it's worth knowing all of it because this is a huge shakeup in the gaming world. For years, people have been talking about Google, Amazon, and Apple joining the gaming race, especially since Microsoft joined almost 20 years ago. And finally, Google decided to take the plunge into the deep end, which is only better for gamers because this will drive competition and innovation by everyone involved in the gaming market, be it Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. And head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, kept a very close eye on Google's keynote. And of course he did, because it's a giant competitor joining the gaming race that could take a part of the gaming share from Xbox. Phil Spencer sent out a memo, which is a little long, but I wanted to read it. He said this: "We just wrapped up watching the Google announcement of Stadia as team here at GDC. Their announcement is validation of the path we embarked on 2 years ago. Today we saw a big tech competitor enter the gaming market and frame the necessary ingredients for success as content, community, and cloud. There were no big surprises in their announcement, although I was impressed by their leveraging of YouTube, the use of Google Assistant, and the new Wi-Fi controller. But I want to get back to us. There has been really good work to get us to the position where we are poised to compete for 2 billion gamers across the planet. Google went big today, and we have a couple of months until E3 when we will go big. We have to stay agile and continue to build with our customer at the center. We have the content, community, cloud team, and strategy, and as I've been saying for a while, it's all about execution. This is even more true today. Energizing times, Phil." As a gamer, I'm happy that Google joined the race because it puts an even bigger fire under Xbox and everyone else in the gaming market. While the cloud is still in its infancy, you would have to be blind not to see the potential it brings to the gaming world. Let's hope this drives Xbox to be better and drives Sony to change a lot of their ways concerning crossplay and cross-progression. But enough about what I think about all this. Let me know what you guys think about this. Go down below and let's talk about it. Does Stadia look promising to you? Does this streaming option intrigue you at all? Does this hurt Sony and Microsoft or only strengthen them? Do you think not having a console is the right choice by Google? Go down below and let me know. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. Any support helps the channel out more than you know. And you can also follow me on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Also, follow me on Twitch. The link will be in the description. If you want to hang out and chat with me, I'm very active with my chat and always playing games. I hope to see you guys there. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.